It started with a single click. A stupid, reckless click that shattered everything I thought I had under control. I hit submit on the test, watched the red fail blink up at me like an accusation, and before I could stop myself, I broke up with the man I loved. Just like that, over a damn online test. I was the Omega who always had a plan. Jordan. Organized, cautious, terrified of disappointing anyone, especially myself. I had clawed my way into a top-tier graduate program at UC Berkeley, dodged my heat cycles with suppressants, kept my GPA pristine, and maintained the perfect boyfriend Eli. Eli was chaos, a beta with motorcycle boots and paint under his nails, studying film while bartending at a queer dive bar in the Mission. He made espresso with the same passion he kissed me. We met during freshman orientation and he never stopped showing up. For me, to me. And now I'd told him to go. It wasn't just the test. I failed a class, yes, but what I really failed was balance. I snapped at him that he was a distraction, that he didn't understand my world, that I needed to be with someone who took life seriously. He just stood there in our shared apartment, rain slicking his leather jacket from where he'd biked over, holding 2 burritos and a dumb little smile that vanished the second I spoke. He left without a word, just walked out the door into the damp San Francisco night. And I stood frozen, burrito still warm in my hand, my entire future burning cold around me. The thing about love is you don't always know you've had it until it's gone. And sometimes, it takes a city as brutally beautiful as San Francisco to haunt you with what you've lost. A week passed, then another. I kept studying. I passed my next exam. I presented my thesis proposal. My professors praised me. My mother congratulated me. But my apartment stayed quiet. My coffee tasted wrong. And every bridge in the city felt like a dare to leap toward something I couldn't name. I started seeing Eli everywhere. On the Muni platform, in the foggy corners of the Castro, laughing in a film festival ad I knew he probably worked on. I even walked past the bar one night, heart pounding, but I didn't go in. Instead, I sat on a bench outside Dolores Park and typed a long text I never sent. You were the only thing in my life that made me feel like I could breathe, and I mistook that for weakness. Delete. I failed the test, but what I really failed was us. Delete. I just stared at the skyline until the lights of the city blurred through my tears. 2 months later, I got an email. SF Queer Film Fest Selection. Broken Code directed by Elijah Kim. My stomach dropped. I clicked the link. Watched the teaser. There I was. Not literally. But the main character was an Omega academic spiraling after leaving his chaotic beta boyfriend. And when the final frame showed the beta walking into the fog on a rainy night, I knew Eli had written our story. He had every right to. He had turned my cowardice into art, into something painful and raw and utterly beautiful. So I did something terrifying. I bought a ticket. The night of the screening, I wore the jacket Eli gave me, the one I once thought was too unprofessional for campus. I sat near the back of the theater, heart hammering, waiting. The lights dimmed. The movie began. And for 90 minutes, I watched a version of myself unravel, apologize too late, and grieve the love he let go. I wept quietly through the credits, my nails digging into my palm. Then the lights came up, and there he was, Eli, standing on stage in a wrinkled blazer, answering questions about artistic vision and queer identity. I almost stood, almost ran. But then he said, "The film is about someone I used to love, someone who thought he had to be perfect to be worthy. I made this because I wanted to honor what we had, even if it's over." And I broke. I bolted from the theater, tears stinging, heart thudding. I couldn't face him. Not like this. Not with mascara smudged and shame crawling up my spine. But then, Jordan. His voice. Right behind me. I turned. Slowly. He was still Eli, messy hair, tired eyes, the same crooked smile that once made my chest feel too small. "I saw you," he said quietly. "I hoped you'd come. I saw everything," I whispered. "I deserved to." "You didn't deserve to hurt," he said, stepping closer. "You were scared." I get it now. You thought love was something that had to be earned. I'm still scared, I admitted. I still don't know how to make space for both things. My dreams. And you. Then let's figure it out, he said. Together this time. No more tests. Just us. And he reached out. I didn't hesitate. It didn't happen overnight. Healing rarely does. But we started again slowly. Carefully. Honestly. I studied. He filmed. We fought sometimes over laundry and late nights and missed calls. But we never stopped talking. He taught me how to fail gracefully. I taught him how to trust stability. And on a foggy morning 1 year later, on the exact rooftop where I first realized I loved him, I handed him a note. Not a test. Not a script. Just a promise. No more grades. No more perfect. Just love. Yours. Always. He didn't say anything. Just kissed me so fiercely the city vanished around us. And for once I wasn't afraid. Thank you for listening. If you find it interesting, please like and subscribe to follow the next stories.